Good evening, everybody. Are we about ready for the weekend? I know I am. I'm always ready for the weekend, though, right? I mean, like, I would just rather not have Monday through Wednesday most of the time. Anyway, it is Thursday night, and we have some football and some baseball on tap tonight. First up, a couple of quick football breaks. We have a Leaf 2017 autographed jersey. That will be followed by some 2017 Gold Standard Football, and then that will be followed by a full case of 2017 Clearly Authentic Baseball, and then a half case of Immaculate Baseball will wrap us up for tonight. So we've got a lot on tap, but none of it takes a terribly long time to open. So that's the good news, I guess. If you want to look at it that way, you don't have to wait too long to get to your item. First up tonight is our Leaf autographed football jersey, and of course that's what this is. One-time 2017 Leaf autographed football jersey, break number 11, meaning it's the 11th time we have broken that particular product. Our eBay end date, that's tonight, the 17th at 10:15 Eastern. Here and now. So our team names are on the left and our winning bidders across from it on the right. And I am super happy to report that eBay did get all of their email notifications sorted out. I don't know if you guys broke with me last night, man, and even part of the night before, was a big hot mess because eBay wasn't sending any notices. So I was on the phone with them last night about midnight, and finally found someone who understood what I was trying to tell them, and they had it fixed. I guess it was by this afternoon. They had it all fixed, and we were back in business, so I was happy about that. Don't realize how much you rely on something until it's gone sometimes. All right, our jersey tonight, Paul Krause or Krause, whichever way, I don't know how you say his name. Let's take a look and see if this is, I believe it is a custom. Okay, yeah, it's a custom jersey. And of course there is the signature Hall of Fame 1998, and there's our little JSA stamp and the little JSA certificate that goes with it. And I'll put the little certificate kind of in the folds of the jersey since I have taken this one out of the bag. Sometimes I don't take them out of the bag. In fact, a lot of times I don't, but tonight clearly I did. So when you get this, make sure that you keep that little, look for that little certificate, you know, before you toss anything, because sometimes it might be floating around down in there somewhere. And I'm going to do one quick thing here, which is I'm going to go to NFL.com and make sure that we verify what team Mr. Krause goes to. I mean, that looks to me like that's a Viking jersey, but I don't know that particular player. So I'm just going to look it up here. Bear with me for a minute while I get that done. But just based on the color scheme, I think that's, I don't know who else that would be, right, besides the Vikings. But let's just pull it up and make sure. It's loading. It's slow. Slower than I am. Yeah, looks like, of course, he played, looks like 3 or 4 years with the Redskins and a dozen or so, I didn't count them exactly, but a dozen or so with the Vikings. And, of course, that jersey's in the color of the Vikings. So he is, in fact, a Viking, as we suspected. But, you know, I always like to just double-check those things. Next up, we're going to be opening some 2017 Gold Standard. We opened some last night. We're going to open some more tonight. So this is one box 2017 Panini Gold Standard Football, break number 8, coming up next. And we had one unsold team in here. That's the Ravens, so that is designated as the no bids buyback you see there. If anything were to come out for the Ravens, it would just hang out here with me and join all the other cards on Card Mountain. But otherwise, if it comes out for anybody else, it's going to go out to one of you guys. And since we are done with the memorabilia, I'm going to adjust the focus on the camera just slightly so that we don't have it trying to zoom in and out, and we can get a look at our cards up a little bit closer that way. And I did find some more Gold Standard this week. I think I had told you guys we were about out of it, which of the original, we are about out of it. This and one more finishes up the second case of the original stuff I had, but I found some more, so we're going to be starting to break it again. Of course, we have one tomorrow night, and then we'll have some more next week too. So, David, that was the Leaf autographed football jersey. We didn't do a Gold Rush tonight. We did Leaf, and that was it that just went by. It sure was. The Vikings, I've already forgotten his name. Paul, was it Paul? It was somebody Kraus or Krause, whichever way you pronounce it, is who that was, and it was a Vikings jersey, yes. First up, Reuben Foster for the 49ers. That is numbered to 79. All of our cards in Gold Standard are numbered, even the base cards. Trent Taylor for the 49ers to 49. I had to double check that to make sure that's what that said. Sometimes it's hard to read those. A little Devonta Freeman for the Falcons. It's a nice big piece of material. It is numbered to 75. They could have maybe been a little more generous and given us a second color, but at least they gave us a big piece of material, so that's somewhat helpful. Next out for the Bucks, a little Chris Godwin. Another materials hit. That one numbered to, I believe that says 199. The way the light hits these, man, I tell you, it is hard for me to read the numbering on the cards on Gold Standard sometimes. And how about another hit for the Falcons with a little Tevin Coleman? And we do have sort of a second color, barely right there. A little bit of a second color on the very, very edge there. And Tevin Coleman is numbered to 49. For the Bengals, Josh Malone. And Josh I can speak occasionally. Josh is numbered to 149. And he has kind of an interesting signature, right? Like, I mean, the first name is up here and the last name is way down there. And there's kind of all that space in between. And it's such a tiny little signature. Usually you see, you know, athletes are usually just big sweeping signatures, but Josh is very conservative there. Another hit for the Bucks coming up, O.J. Howard, and that's a nice one. O.J. Howard numbered to 25. Of course, you've got the two-color patch, and that is a sticker auto, but it's not terribly noticeable most of the time since it's clear with the gold ink on the black background, so it's a nice-looking card. So to recap our hits, the Bucks with the O.J. Howard to 25, which I think is a pretty nice little hit. Let's just go ahead and show the other Bucks right with it. This is Chris Godwin material to 199. So 2 hits out for the Bucks. And we'll go ahead and look at our bingle, and then that's Josh Malone. And then we'll take a look at our 2 Falcons. Back-to-back Falcons hits. Tevin Coleman and Devonta Freeman. And that is Gold Standard for tonight. We will open another box of this tomorrow night. Then we'll take a couple of days off with it, come back with it next week, and roll through another case of it. That's going to bring us into something I've been dying to get into ever since it arrived yesterday. And this is our case of Topps Clearly Authentic Baseball. And this is a full case, 20 boxes. First time we've broken it because it just came out yesterday. And you'll see there are 4 teams that I subsequently found out had no hits in this product. Did not know that when I originally listed it. So I did manage to get them all ended except one. And I had reached out to that bidder and asked them to retract their bid so I could end the auction, but they never did retract their bid, so I'll just have to cancel the sale after the fact, which again, I've already been in touch with that person. So those 4 teams, the Tampa Bay Rays, Texas Rangers, Toronto Blue Jays, and the Arizona Diamondbacks do not have hits in Clearly Authentic. I mean, I knew the spread or the checklist was up, but honestly, I did not know that there were teams on it that didn't have hits. And I guess somebody else broke that down. And they sent me a message and said, hey, did you know there are 4 teams that don't have hits? And I'm like, no, I did not know that. So then I went back and double checked it, and sure enough. So that's why I ended 3 of them, and the 4th one, you know, will work out with that bidder to get that canceled as well. Because truthfully, guys, I mean, I don't sit there. Those checklists often are, you know, hundreds upon hundreds of names long, and I don't normally sort through those and look for every team because, generally speaking, when you have a new product, every team is represented. So on the rare occasion that one isn't represented and I find out about it, I always take action to make sure that, you know, somebody doesn't get stuck bidding on a non-existent team. And truthfully, sometimes I look on some of the retail sites that do breaks, not like individuals, but you know, there are retailers themselves that do breaks. And, you know, when they list all 30 teams or all 32 teams in the case of football, well, I assume that we're good to go, but in this case we weren't. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We are all set and good to go. You can only have so many Blake Snell autographs. Aw, Jeff. Well, they could include autographs for other people, you know. I mean, they don't have to just use the same players all the time, but I don't know. They do seem to have their set groups of people that they prefer. So do we want to look at these one at a time? I guess we should. I was going to say we'll take them all out and look at them together, but I think we'll just look at them one at a time. And I have to say, this is a pretty sweet looking card, guys. This is the first time I've had a chance to get it in my hand, but I like the acetate card. And first up, of course, here you see is Matt Olson for the A's, and I'm kind of lingering on it a minute because this is my first opportunity to have this in hand as well. And it's super nice that they all come encased, so that makes everything that much better. I do know that, you know, here's the thing. On some of those teams, like, there's a bunch of people you could put in there for the Rangers and things like that. And you know that we have, they have, somewhere in here, we will have 2 case hits, which are, you know, players that aren't current year active players, like Hank Aaron, for instance, where they make a Hank Aaron card and he signs it. So why wouldn't you just include some of those other teams in those, if nothing else? I just don't get why they would leave 4 teams out, but nonetheless, they did. Next out for the Cardinals, a little Randall. I never know if it's Grichuk or Grichuk or exactly what it is, but it's Randall for the Cardinals, and there he is. All these, of course, are on-card autographs. You guys can see that. Maybe what we do is at least cut the plastic on a group of these so that we can go through a few of them a little faster. But I like that they're encased. I like that it's an all-hits product. I just wish that they hadn't left out some teams entirely. So here is one of our case hits coming out right now on the reprint. And it's Steve Carlton for the Cardinals. And that is pretty cool, guys. I mean, I know it's kind of hard to see because they are clear. Let me see if I can find, hang on a second. I usually keep some paper around here that one's kind of bent up, but it'll work, I think, that we can hold behind it. And then you can maybe get a little bit better look at it without having to look through it and see what's in the background. So that is a pretty sweet little card right there. That is numbered to 110, Steve Carlton, on-card auto for the Cardinals, and that is a case hit. And honestly, the material, it may have said 1 or 2, or it may have said definitely 2, but I know for sure that there's at least 1, and I think there are 2 that we will find like that. Hernandez is next out for the Astros. Little rookie action for the Astros there. I mean, these are just really cool cards, I have to say. I like them a lot. The Cardinals are on fire in this break. Next out is another Cardinal. This one is Alex Reyes, and it is numbered to 99 on the Reyes. And I will try to get that where you can see the number on it. I think at that angle you can. So that is that's the 3rd hit for the Cardinals, and we're just getting started. And they are tearing it up right now. Oh, unbelievably, how about another hit for the Cardinals? How about 4 hits now out of 6 for the Cardinals? So they have gotten their money's worth quite substantially in this break. This one is Luke Weaver coming out. Cards again. I swear to you, if this is also a Cardinal, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay, it is not. It was red, so I kind of freaked out there for a minute. But this is actually Aaron Nola for the Phillies. And Mr. Nola is numbered to 50. So that's a pretty sweet little hit. Numbered to 50 for the Phillies. I'm really digging these cards. I think when you get them in person, you'll probably like them even more than you like them just seeing them on camera, because they're pretty awesome, actually. Yeah, Matt, I agree with you. Whoever does the randomization for this stuff, really, not just Topps and Panini, pretty much all those guys should be fired most of the time. I mean, it's terrible the majority of the time. So it must have been 2 of the reprints per box that are case hits. I kind of thought it was, and here is our second one, so now it definitely is. And this one is for the Red Sox with a little Wade Boggs to 135. So that is our second case hit out now. So all the rest are going to be our current year, or our current players. Let's just go ahead and take both of these out. Oh my gosh, it's a Cardinal again. Can you believe that? I mean, that is insanity at this point. This is the 5th hit for the Cardinals. And this is Randall again. This one is numbered to 50. And meanwhile, you know, the Cardinals are just racking it up over there. Here's a little Seth Lugo to 99 for the Mets. And of course, you know, I complain that they're all coming out for one team, but honestly, if we had pulled like 5 of Cody Bellinger or 5 of Aaron Judge or something like that, we'd be going, yeah, this is awesome, you know. So I mean, I guess it's all relative, but oh yeah, the Cardinals people, this won't be going first class. That already weighs more than what first class postage is. So yep, they will have to be shipped. They will have to be shipped in a different way. You got that right. So obviously the one touch are kind of heavy, as are the cards. This is a nice one. It's gonna make somebody happy. Mr. Benintendi for the Red Sox, and that's one I would like to have seen be numbered, but he isn't. He isn't numbered. But it's still obviously a nice hit to pull a Benintendi on-card auto out of here for the Sox. Jeff, you're looking for a pirate. I hear you, man. I'm just looking for anybody that's a little diverse. No offense to the Cardinals, but I would like to see some other teams too. I agree with you. And here is Mr. Kyle Seager for the Mariners, and it is numbered to 99 on the Kyle Seager. And, oh, what a surprise. It's another Cardinal. Yeah, it is. This one is Diaz for the Cardinals, who are now at 6 hits so far. I gotta tell you, that is really, that's, somebody truly should lose their job for that. I mean, that's just not even, that's beyond even being amusing at this point, when you've got six of the hits are the Cardinals out of one case. That's somebody not doing their job properly. And obviously, I mean, I don't begrudge the Cardinals their hits, and I'm obviously happy that they're doing well, but just the expectation in general with these kinds of things is that you don't, when you have 20 hits, you don't expect 2/3 of them to be for one team. Well, not 2/3, but a third. So it is a little frustrating that they haven't done a better job with that. And here is a second hit for the Mariners with Dan Vogelbach. Out for the Mariners to go along with the Kyle Seager that we pulled a minute ago. For the Phillies, I believe this is a second hit for them as well. Jake Thompson to 25, and that one is signed in red ink, which is making it even harder to show up. I think the white paper behind it is helpful to a certain extent anyway. So have you guys watched any other breaks? I mean, how much have the other cases been sorted? I would hope better than this. I'm hoping this is just an anomaly where they're all coming out for the same teams. Alex Bregman next out for the Astros. Another nice hit for Houston with the Bregman rookie. I mean, I guess the thing is, if they're going to run like that, where it's going to be multiples for one team, I guess it would just be, you got to hope that you find the case that has your team in it, you know? I don't know. So the others have had better, all right, so this case then maybe it's just an anomaly. Thank you, Jeff, for letting me know that the others you've watched have been sorted better. So I think this one's just a weird one. How about a little Buster Posey? What a nice hit to 25 for the Giants. And that, I think, is 16 of 25 on that. So nice money card coming out for the Giants with the Buster Posey. I guess that's part of the card. I thought that was like a piece of something on the case, but it is not. It is part of the card. So Giants, nice hit. Another one out for the Phillies, Roman Quinn. That is multiple hits for the Phillies as well. Here is a Yankee coming up. And it is Tyler Austin. So it's not quite the Yankee that we were hoping to find, but yet at least the Yankees don't walk away empty-handed. And then we have Lucas Giolito for the White Sox. All right, so let's recap this. And while I recap this, I'm gonna stack these pseudo sorted because I'm curious at this point to see how many hits have come out for what teams. Because I know the Phillies have several, as do the Cardinals, and I just want to see how bad a job or how good of a job. Well, I think we know it wasn't a good job, so we just want to see what kind of job they did. We'll put it like that. And where did the other, oh, there it is. So yeah, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 teams represented out of a 20-box case. So I'm glad that this is the anomaly and not the way the rest of the cases have been breaking. So that's the good news, I guess. Let's recap it. Matt Olson for the Oakland A's. Mr. Andrew Benintendi for the Red Sox, which is a really nice hit in my opinion. Wade Boggs, one of our case hits for the Red Sox. Aaron Nola for the Phillies. Roman Quinn for the Phillies. Jake Thompson for the Phillies. Philly's got a lot of low-numbered stuff, too, with the Thompson to 25 and the Nola was to 50, right? I think. For the Astros, we came out with a little Hernandez, followed by a little Bregman. The Giants did quite well. I know it's only one card, but it is Buster Posey on-card auto to 25, and that is a sweet little hit. So Giants, you might have only gotten one card, but you got a really good one. For the Mariners, Dan Vogelbach. Mariners again with Kyle Seager to 99. Yankees with Tyler Austin. The White Sox with Giolito. The Mets with Lugo. And then our big stack of Cardinals. Diaz. Grichuk, whichever way you're supposed to say it, to 50. Luke Weaver. Randall again. That one is not numbered, so you got a little pair of Randalls there, one numbered, one not. With a little Alex Reyes to 99. And then the nice case hit with Steve Carlton. So that is this case of Clearly Authentic. I do have quite a few cases of that, so we will be breaking that several times more, and hopefully with a little bit more sorting than what we had out of that case, because that was crazy. Next up, we are in a half case of Panini Immaculate Baseball. And that is 4 boxes. It's a half case break. Just came out yesterday, as did Clearly Authentic, which is what we just opened. And let's take a stroll down through here and see who has what team. And of course, you guys probably are all familiar with Immaculate. And there's the potential to pull some really nice stuff out of here. And I'm hoping that we find some really nice stuff tonight. There's lots of good memorabilia in it. There's also, of course, autographs and all kinds of other stuff. Well, I guess not all kinds of other stuff. There's autographs, there's memorabilia, and there's autographed memorabilia. But Immaculate is a nice set. It's one of the high-end sets from Panini, as you guys probably are aware. These are not cheap boxes, and as a result, you usually get really nice hits in them. So what I'm going to do, even though we're only opening half the case tonight, I'm going to take all the boxes out. We're going to number them on the end, and then I'm going to let random.org decide which 4 we open tonight and which 4 we will be opening in the back half of the break, which I think for this is maybe scheduled for Sunday night. I think. If it's not Sunday, it's Monday. I sometimes forget, you know what night things end on. Let's do it like this. I think the pink will show up better. And there's not really technically a case hit in this, I don't believe. Not that I remember anyway. But nonetheless, just because it is a high-end set, and we want to make sure that everything is transparent and easy to know how we arrived at where we arrived. So we're going to do it like this. And of course, the first 4 that random pops up here will be the 4 that we open. And that is going to be 1, 4, 7, and 8 coming out. 1, 4, 7, and 8. All right, so there's 1 and 4. And there's 7 and 8. And these other 4 will hang out for a couple more days until it's time to tear into them. Next week we have, I don't know if we have any baseball coming out next week. Maybe we do, but if we do, oh, no, maybe we don't. I don't know. I'm confused now. I do know that we have Leaf Best of Football that actually comes out tomorrow, but apparently I'm not getting mine until like Monday or Tuesday for I'm not sure what reason. And The Leaf full-size football helmets come out next week. Panini Origins football comes out next week. But I don't think we have any baseball that I'm remembering anyway. One of the reasons they charge $300 a box for this stuff is because they put it in a tin. Like, you know, why don't you charge me $30 less and put it in a regular box? Hi, Blake. You said you bet they don't hit after. Oh, Blake, did you have... This is taped up or sealed up. That's why I can't get it in there. That's what I get for looking over at chat and still looking at the box in my hand. So did you have the Cardinals then, Blake, in the last break? And that's why you're thinking you're not going to have any hits in here? Thinking the universe is not going to reward you? I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes you get on a roll that just keeps rolling, right? So maybe. All right. First up, base card numbered to 99, Luke Appling. Then everything else is going to be a hit. Carson Fulmer to 99 with the materials hit. Oh, how about, look, Cal Ripken to 25. That's a nice one, guys. You've got 3 uniform pieces there and a couple of pieces of bat as well. For some reason, the camera looks like it's acting oddly. Bear with me a second. I'm going to adjust this. I want to adjust this focus again and see if is that better or worse or the same. I don't know. It looks maybe a little bit better. I don't know. Oh, you didn't have the Cardinals in the last break, but you have the Cardinals in this break. I got you, so I see what you're saying now. Well, let's hope that it doesn't curse you for this break, man. So this is a nice little Cal Ripken to 25. That's really, really very nice. Next up, Mondesi to 10. And that, of course, for the Royals. And that's some nice materials. Nice. All 5 of those swatches are quite nice, which I guess it should be if you're numbered only to 10. And you can see, you know, like many of our other thick cards, you do have a little bit of, you know, minor edge and chipping issues with these, same as you do with any others, but nothing terrible. Oh, how about a little Josh Bell to 49 for the Pirates? That's a nice one. Signed on the eye black and a piece of material up at the top. I always like to see the gold on black. And little Chris Sale coming out for Boston to 99. And again, you'll see, you know, same thing. We're going to have edge and chipping kind of issues, minor ones, but they're there on probably most of the stuff that we see tonight. Because all of the thicker cards, for whatever reason, seem to have that problem. Robbie, the Leaf football jersey has gone. Oh, and Blake, you answered that for me. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It takes a minute for chat to show up on my side. You guys type it in, but I think it doesn't show up on my side for maybe a minute or two after you've typed it in. Just kind of weird, but yet that is what happens. I don't guess you can even recycle those tins. That's just wasteful. Those are just going to have to go in the trash, I guess. That's a drag. I try to recycle all the things from breaks as much as I possibly can because I hate generating tons of trash. A little Harry Hooper to 99 for Boston. So I guess all of our base cards are going to be, you know, older guys, legacy players, retired, Hall of Famer, veteran, whatever you want to call them. All right, here's a little Miata, I don't say his name right either, for the Dodgers to 99 with the materials hit. A little Jose Bautista to 99 for the Blue Jays. And look at that, the Orioles coming out again with Trey Mancini, numbered to, I believe that says 49. And once again, you have some nice pieces of material in there. Oh, I like this. Hernandez for the Astros. Two really, especially the top one, but two nice pieces of material. On-card auto, numbered to 49. That's a nice hit for the Astros with the Hernandez. Oh, another nice hit sitting right behind it. How about a little Andrew Benintendi to 99 with a nice piece of material and an on-card auto. So that's two sweet little hits right in a row there. So again, the back half of this case breaks, I believe it is on Sunday night. And then I have one additional case of it, and I haven't decided yet if I'm going to break that other case as a full case, as a half case, or maybe even just as box by box. I don't really know how I want to do the second case yet, but the first one obviously we're doing in 4-box breaks, 2 4-box breaks. Nolan Ryan to 99 for the Rangers. A little Carson Kelly for the Cardinals. How about that? See, you didn't get hosed, Blake. Here are your Cardinals with Blake Kelly to 99. Or Carson Kelly. Why did I say Blake Kelly? Carson Kelly to 99. Because your name is Blake, and so that's why I said it. But I didn't mean to. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. How about another hit for the Cardinals? Because it's a Cardinals kind of night, and that patch is beautiful. Numbered to 9 on the Luke Weaver, and that is a sweet, sweet materials hit, guys. That's a nice one. Joey Votto for my Cincinnati Reds, numbered to 15. 2 pieces of bat, 1 piece of cloth, a little bit of a bumped up corner down there in the bottom right. And I think somebody picked up Joey Votto here for like $8. So that is a bargain in my opinion. Orlando Arcia, nice hit for the Brewers to 99. On-card auto, 2, again, nice pieces of material. I keep saying nice pieces of material, but they are all nice pieces of material. That's the thing about Immaculate. You get great relics from it. A little Adrian Gonzalez, numbered to 5. Wow. 1 of 5 even. First in the series. Sweet, sweet, sweet hit with the Gonzalez. I like it a lot. You can tell I'm a fan of Immaculate, right? I know. I'm very enthusiastic about Immaculate because it's such a great product. I was actually a little bit surprised that there wasn't more interest in it tonight. I mean, there was certainly interest in it, but usually Immaculate, maybe it's just in other sports, I guess, but usually Immaculate is one that everybody's kind of waiting for it to come out, but I guess because it's baseball, it's a little bit different. And I am just getting crap all over my table. I got little pieces of something coming off these boxes or the cards or something. Yeah, Eric, the Reds were a steal in this break, and especially when you hit Joey Votto to 15. But, I mean, frankly, I think the Reds went for $7.99, no kidding. And, I mean, anything you would hit for the Reds at $7.99 out of Immaculate, in my opinion, is a steal. Anything you hit for any team for $7.99 out of Immaculate is a good deal because Immaculate cards usually hold their value pretty well. There is Harry Hooper again to 99. I think we had old Harry a few minutes ago, too. For the A's, a little Matt Olson to 99, and that is a giant piece of material, but it's all yellow. They didn't give us a second color, so I'm a little bummed about that. How about some Bob Feller for the Indians to 90? And that is an old piece of material right there, my friends. 2 colors, and well, let's see if it's going to say game worn. Yep, old timers game worn material. That's pretty cool if you're an Indians fan. I like that one. Oh, Mr. Benintendi, numbered to what? 99. I think whatever that is must be part of the... I guess that's part of the card design right there. It looked like something was on the card, but I don't guess that it actually is anything on it. It's in the card, not on the card. So a little Benintendi bat over here, and then the rest of that materials. You've got 4 pieces of material and then the bat. So the socks are happy. And now we have Rob Refsnyder. I can never get that guy's name out first time I try to say it. And that's numbered to 25. And once again, you've got the 2-color material, 2-piece. 1 piece of material with 2 colors. I'll get it out in a minute. And the on-card auto for Refsnyder. And then following it up to finish us off tonight, Billy Wagner on card auto 299. So let's recap. Yeah, I know, right? The checklist was quite good for well, for most of the teams in this break. The checklist holds a lot of potential. But yeah, for sure the Reds in some products, you know, don't have a lot of options, but they do have a really nice checklist in Immaculate. But again, so too do most of the other teams. So let's recap here. Our base cards first. Harry Hooper to 99. Nolan Ryan to 99. That's Nolan Ryan for the Rangers. Harry Hooper again to 99. Luke Appling to 99. Now our giant stack of awesome hits. Numbered to 5, Adrian Gonzalez. And guys, again, if anybody wants anything that you pull from this or any other break in a one-touch, just send me a message. Always happy to accommodate at just my cost and whatever PayPal charges to receive the money. This is Mr. Andrew Benintendi, 299. Hernandez to 49, and I really like both of those pieces of material for the Astros. Trey Mancini to 49, first of a couple of hits for the Orioles. The Jays with Jose Bautista. Mayada for the Dodgers, 299. Chris Sale, because the Red Sox are just killing it, to 99. Nice hit for the Pirates with the Josh Bell. I like that when they sign the eye black. I mean, it's still I guess a sticker auto technically, but it doesn't really seem like it is because it's signed on the eye black. Mondesi to 10, number 10 of 10 for the Royals. Cal Ripken to 25. That's the other really nice hit out for Baltimore. For the White Sox, Carson Fulmer. A little Billy Wagner love for the Astros. So the Astros with a couple of hits in here as well. Number 225 with the Refsnyder. And I realize that he is in his collegiate uniform here, but, you know, because it's his rookie card, it will go to his current team. Well, the team who drafted him, because it is his rookie card. It goes to the team that drafted him, even though he is in a collegiate uniform. Benintendi to 99. Bob Feller to 90. I started to say to 99, but that's just to 90 for the Indians. I really like this Orlando Arcia. That's quite nice on card auto and good pieces of material to 99. Joey Votto to 15. I love this card. when you get this card, you have to give it a good forever home because it's an awesome one. And here is Luke Weaver for the Cardinals with what's probably my favorite patch of the night because, I mean, how would that not be? That's just an awesome patch. And then finally, another hit for the Cardinals to 99 with the Carson Kelly. So, guys, that is it for tonight. That is all we have this evening. But there's going to be all kinds of stuff coming up all weekend long and into next week. We have more Immaculate to break, more Clearly Authentic, lots of football, a little basketball, and a whole bunch of stuff I haven't even had time to list yet. So hopefully I will see you again soon for another break. I always appreciate you bidding with me and breaking with me and chatting and even just jumping in to say, hey, I like all of that. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.